Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on SYNJ Syndication Incorporated. I've done video charts on this one before. It's been a while just because the chart is what I call in a slow bleed, meaning it just slowly goes down. It's not like there's any sudden drop where it just drops off a cliff. It just slowly goes. But with these past few days price action, it's worth another note. I'm getting more questions on it, wondering, oh, is this thing going to bounce now? Is it going to reverse? And the only way I can answer that right now is possibly, and it's off to a good start. Uh, Before I even get started, I want to note this real quick, and I don't, well, I kind of do, to show this about just the power of charts. I know a lot of people think they don't work and stuff like that, but earlier in the week I did a chart on this, and I said, if this support level up here fails, it's more than likely going to go down and hit 0008, and that wasn't just some wild guess. That was based on where this support level was, and sure enough, yesterday it literally went down and bounced right off of 0008, and then it formed this nice candle here, and we'll get to that in a second. But just a good example of, I know some people aren't believers in charts, but I try to do this whenever it's possible. Just a great example of how the chart gave a real good example of showing where an area of their strong buying should be, and sure enough, there was. So enough with that. Let's concentrate on this near-term stuff. So what we had yesterday was what's called a doji candle. And when doji candles are formed around key areas of support, which this one was, both this 0008 level here, and we have the 200-day simple moving average here. So seeing that doji candle form there, was a good sign of a possible reversal and possible bounce. However, dojis and these events need confirmation, and a lot of people said, well, did we get confirmation today? Well, yeah, kind of, but you need more than just one green day for confirmation. Not to mention today's volume wasn't anything special, so not that that doesn't mean the green can't continue, but on any sort of continued move upward, you want to see volume increasing, not decreasing. You want to see volume increasing, not decreasing like you had here. So that's one minor thing, is keep your eye on that volume. And then, the follow-up question was, okay, well, how do we know when things are finally considered a bounce and reversing? And like I always tell people is, you have to have a bounce before you can have a reverse. Sometimes things bounce but never reverse. Those are called dead cat bounces. So right now this one's not even bouncing. If anything, it's got to stabilize first. So sometimes stocks do just bounce out of nowhere, but most of the time that's to stabilize. And that's what we're in right now. We're in the stage of stabilization, and we're working on getting into a bounce, and then hopefully that bounce we want to turn into a reverse, and then the reverse will hopefully turn into a breakout to the upside somewhere. But for now, let's just worry about the first two steps, stabilizing and bouncing. So in order for the stabilization to take hold and to stay in play, pretty simple. This 0008 level needs to hold strong. If the price comes back down here, that's fine, but it needs to hold there, and it needs to continually bounce off there. If it breaks below 0008, we're just back into the slow bleed downtrend. For right now, we've had some good action here, so maybe this is now moving into the stabilization. So, it doesn't have to go up, but as long as this level holds and you just get some sideways action like that, you'll be in stabilization stage. Now, what about, bounce stage? Well, I'm going to consider this a bounce, and this is just my personal opinion, but we have a group of lows right over here. I'm going to adjust that to bring it up more. I'm not picking exact, but I'm picking more of a kind of congestion point. Congestion meaning, notice how we had all these prices just congested right around this area. This was a previous support that provided nice bouncing action. Here again, it provided good support, but when it fell, you can see things really went down quickly. So this is the first level, because it went from a support to a resistance. So let me change that to red. And if we can get some closes above there, that's where you can start to say, okay, we're bouncing now. We're back above this resistance level that used to be an important support. And when you get above there, that's when you can start to talk about bounce. And when that happens, I'm sure I'll be back and we can take the next stages of things. But for right now, you can't consider this a reverse. That shouldn't even be in anybody's vocabulary right now. From a charting perspective, really all you can talk about is very early stages of a bounce, or if anything, just stabilization. If all the price is going to do right now is come back up there, bounce, come back down, bounce, go like this, you just have a simple sideways consolidation. But the key word there being sideways. You're no longer going down. So sideways equals stabilization, and hopefully eventually you'll be able to break back above this level here, get the bounce underway, and then hopefully start to head into reversal territory. But like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. For the time being, we just need to worry about stabilizing out and then hopefully getting the bounce going. I just want to pull up the weekly chart real quick, more out of curiosity than anything. Um, you can see the weekly charts pretty much taking a beating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight weeks of red. So that's what I mean about the slow bleed. But on the weekly chart, we did put in a hammer candle here. So this could be the beginning of something good. Just like anything, hammer candles do require confirmation. So the next few weeks will be confirmation from a broader term chart perspective. But better than having a candle like this. So I'll be watching this one, and I know a lot of other people will, so let's see what happens with it. But overall, these last few days have been good and favorable price action, but there's still plenty of work that needs to be done. I guess that's probably the best way to say it. So if you do have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. On another note, I'd encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll get a free ebook that's sent to you immediately. It's been getting really good reviews. And then with your subscription, you'll get all sorts of free stuff, free chart setups, trade ideas, all sorts of things. We've been making our members really good money and allowing them to learn at the same time. So that's a pretty good combination if you ask me. So sign up for it, give it a try. No strings attached. It's all free. So it's worth at least checking out. Once again, this was SYNJ. Everybody have a good weekend.